Hello and welcome back to The Oily Life. If you're new here, my name is Tanya, and in today's video we are trying out the foaming bath base that we made in last week's video and just see how we like it, see how it foams, how spreadable it is, all that kind of stuff. So far I've been really happy with the base. It was super easy to make. I like having control of the ingredients, and it's going to be way more affordable than buying a pre-made base. So I'm going to bring you along as we try out this whipped sugar scrub recipe and see how we like the base. Alright, so we are back to try out the foaming bath base that we made last week. So I have 4 ounces in here. It stayed nice and supple, I guess you would say. It didn't dry out any, so I was really happy about that. But we're just going to make a small test batch of a sugar scrub here to see how it does in that. So as I said, I have 4 ounces of bath base here. And then I'm going to add in 3 ounces of sugar, along with 1 ounce of sweet almond oil. And sweet almond oil is great for the skin. It's a really light oil, which is nice for sugar scrubs as well, especially the whipped sugar scrubs. So we'll do 1 ounce here. And then we're going to do 0.5 ounces of olive oil. Which is also really great for the skin. A little bit of vitamin E oil, about a teaspoon. And then we're going to do 0.15 ounces of lavender for our scent for this sugar scrub. Oh, I didn't have the cap off there. And sugar scrubs are great for exfoliating, getting rid of all that nice dead skin we get on our bodies, as well as moisturizing because we added in the oils. So 0.15 of our lavender here, which smells amazing. I typically use a Bulgarian lavender. That looks good there. And then lastly, we're going to put a preservative in. Since sugar scrubs, you're typically scooping them out of them when you're in water. It's best to have a preservative. And I really like Optiphen for this. And we're doing 0.08 ounces. There's a range with the preservative, so if you're a little over, it's not going to be a big deal. That looks good there. All right, and for this part, that's all there is to it. Super simple to make sugar scrubs. And if this base works out, it'll be really nice just to have the base whipped up and ready, and then it'll take no time to get the sugar scrub together. But basically now I'm just going to whip this all together in my stand mixer, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Typically I whip it for 5 to 7 minutes. It kind of depends. This is a smaller batch, so it'll probably be like 3 to 5 minutes. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like in just a minute. Alright, so I let it whip for about 4 minutes, and I love how fluffy it got and how it's holding up. If you can see that there. It doesn't have that kind of loose feel that some whipped sugar scrubs could have, and that's kind of the feeling I got with the base from Crafter's Choice. But yeah, so I think this whipped up awesome. Super excited about that, and it'll be so nice to be able to just make my own base. It'll be a lot cheaper and I get to control what goes in it. So now I'm just going to jar this up in my little container here. Now when I sell these, I typically do 4 or 8 ounce jars for sugar scrubs, like this one, and I just get them off of Amazon. There's a 4 ounce with the black lid and an 8 ounce. But this one's just a test batch. It's for me, so we're not going to do anything fancy, and we're just going to scoop it into our mason jar here without hopefully making a horrible mess. I would pipe it if I had a bigger batch, but I do not since this is just kind of my little test run here. And then also you know, you could add mica to it. I don't know that that's, you know, always necessary, but that'd be really pretty to do. Also is to do like either just a really light purple or do half purple, half white or pink or something like that. And then you could also sprinkle some lavender buds on top. I will say though, you got to watch with lavender buds. If it's something that you know you don't sell a high volume on and it might be sitting for a little while, you may not want to add them, or you may want to just be prepared to change them out on occasion because they can start to brown, which just doesn't look very nice on top of your product. But you know, it's the initial look, if you're going to be selling it quickly, looks really nice. Another option is you could just add a little glitter to the top or a spritz of mica for some shimmer. You could also do like a little melt and pour soap topper. I do that with a lot of them. That's all there is to it. I'm going to let this kind of just sit overnight to see if the texture changes or anything like that and how much it deflates. All right, and here is what the base looks like the next day. Like I said, you can color this if you don't want a white base. You could add a little glitter to the top or some lavender buds, some melt and pour soap as like a little embed. There's lots of ways you can dress it up. I just stuck with the plain simple no colorant base for this particular batch because it's a test batch, just seeing how I like it. Now I did use this in the shower last night. It was great and I loved it. No greasy residue left behind in the shower pan, and it did have a really nice texture. It spread really well without falling off. It wasn't slimy, and you did get some foaming action too. So here's kind of a little, that'll focus, texture wise. And then as you can see here, if this will focus, it spreads really easy, stays on your skin, doesn't fall off. So really nice, happy with it. I'm going to continue to use this recipe for the bath base. Now you could add, this sugar scrub only uses oils in it, but you could add some butters in if you wanted to do that. But I just kept it pretty minimal for this recipe batch that I was testing out. But I'll have the recipe for the sugar scrub down below too. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe and become part of my community here on YouTube. I love having you all here to share my different creations with and help you along the way as you try out making bath and body products. So take care, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.